Southern California. And first, I want to talk about the rainfall that we've had over the past 7 days, because we've had a lot of rain. So what does that mean? That means that we have soaked soil that's a little bit looser here into Southern California. Notice we have wind advisories here. High wind warnings in effect for most of the mountain areas and the Antelope Valley through Thursday evening. You're talking gusts 50 to 60 miles an hour. We're going to get a northwest to a northerly wind that's going to transition to a northeast wind on Friday, resulting in a Santa Ana event. I'm going to show it to you. And there's actually a high risk for downed trees and power lines because of the soaked soil from the recent rainfall and then the trees getting blown about by this wind. So what is going to kick this off? So first, we have this big trough here in the west. You've got a lot of wind energy coming in with this. So that's that north wind that's going to be coming in. Then what happens is that as that shifts, you're going to see these winds. You can see them shift around and be more of a northeasterly wind, which means it's that Santa Ana wind that brings the warmer temperatures, the drier conditions, and it's going to be a long-extended event, actually, over L.A., Ventura counties. And notice the winds. This is as we head through the day today. Watch them shift. You're going to notice these colors are going to turn offshore for us here. So it's going to be a strong event Thursday night through Saturday night, winds 50 to 70 miles an hour across the San Gabriels here. And then we're going to see that Santa Ana. You see the colors now pushing offshore, giving us some issues with those Santa Ana winds, Lynette. So there's a lot going on, as Jim said at the top of the show, very nuanced, and we're seeing that here as well.
Yes.
It's time to do a little traveling, and it's been foggy in the south. We've had some cooler temperatures, and you get some moisture. What happens? You get condensation. You get clouds at the ground. If you've ever flown in a plane and you're like, oh, what would it feel like to kind of stick your arm out the window and feel the clouds? Have you ever thought that, or is that just me?
I thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. It's God, it's not just me. Like, you just want to stick your arm out and like feel what it's like. They look so soft, and like it'd be fun to just jump cloud to cloud, even though we know that's not how it works. Well, you can have that experience out here in the south today, in parts of the Midwest, because we have clouds at the ground. That's what fog is, essentially. We take you into the upper Midwest. This is where it's pretty thick. Look at Detroit now. We've dropped to 1/16 of a mile. Last hour, we were at 1/8 of a mile. 1/16 is pretty thick. That is pretty thick. Otherwise, quarter of a mile here, Green Bay, Marquette, Duluth, Chicago, thankfully, at 10 miles visibility, meaning so the planes can take off. Here into the south, quarter of the mile is the worst that we have so far. But, of course, all this fog will lift. It'll dissipate as we start to warm up through the day. I want to get to the severe thunderstorms because, boom, we have got one here on the Red River Valley on the border of Texas and Oklahoma. Strong thunderstorms here, anywhere from Clay to Cotton to Wichita counties, Wichita Falls, Iowa Park. Burke Burnett is in this as well, going right over 44, very heavily traveled highway. This is blinding rain. It's still dark. Windshield wipers going can be very challenging out there. And then we have more thunderstorms to the north. Now, these aren't severe, but they're still very strong. You can see the cameras here on the left-hand side of your screen. You can see right next to me. We do have Oklahoma City and also Lawton, Oklahoma. And there's a lot of lightning, too, with these. And so a lot of you might be up and watching us. Thanks for being with us. Sorry you're awake earlier than you should have been, or if you didn't sleep well last night. That's always very tough. Right now here, we don't have any delays into OKC at the airport. Could that change? Yes. Why? Visibility is 3 miles, so that causes issues with planes and how close and how far apart they have to be together. Wind gusts at 35 miles an hour. Look at that wind out of the south, screaming, sustained at 25 miles an hour. All of that could cause problems. I mean, shoot, just getting to the airport, you might be a little bit behind there. So give yourself plenty of time if you do have a flight. This is our first of multiple systems that will be coming on through today. It is going to be shifting east, so moving eastbound here on I-40, I-70 as well, but it's also pulling north into the Midwest today, into tonight. But, Jim, this is just one of a few.
Yeah, we got 3 days.
It's time to talk about all the severe weather and severe storms that we are going to see. They already kicked off today, actually, along the border of Texas and Oklahoma, our first severe thunderstorm warning of the next 3 days that we have coming through. So we have today, tomorrow, and as we pull into our Saturday. Why is tomorrow a higher chance of severe weather? Let's have a look at what we are going to be dealing with in the atmosphere. So this is the first system we're dealing with now. This is the second, this big trough that's going to come on in. That is what's really going to produce the biggest problems for us. Today is kind of just the starting point. There it is. There's your piece of energy. Notice you still have unsettled weather in between these two, and then there's your next one that is going to come on in, and that is all going to be shifting east. The first one gets pulled northbound. The second one, it has this kind of attached to it the whole time, but this northern piece really kind of drives it through. There is available energy. It might be on the isolated side as we go through the day today. But what I will say is that we do have some strong low-level jet energy, and that's going to come in and out of the picture as we head over the next couple of days, and that is going to make a difference in our weather. So here's our first severe thunderstorm warning along the border of Texas and Oklahoma. You've got lightning, you've got some stronger winds associated with this, and that is system number 1. This is our first one that we are dealing with, and notice the cells that you have here throughout Oklahoma starting off the day. And that's the thing. You're going to get this stuff as we head today into tonight, Friday overnight into Saturday as well. This afternoon, it pulls northbound here into Missouri, going through St. Louis, and a little trail here that could be a little potent as we head into the evening hours. Then we start focusing on Friday. You see the rain down here into parts of Mississippi. And as we go into Friday, we've got that low-level jet, and it's strong into the morning, into the afternoon hours, anywhere from Louisiana all the way up into Birmingham. We also have just strong jet energy wind that's coming into the picture. So you've got the low-level jet that's cranking, bringing up the moisture and the strong winds, and then you have that strong jet energy. Now, the max of the jet energy is really to the north, but there's still plenty of strong winds that's going to be going across the south. That gives us a threat for some tornadoes here as we head through the day. So watch it all progress. You see the yellow and the orange. That's also where you have the lift. So you need that lift. You've got the wind energy. You've got the moisture. And that's why we could see some of these stronger storms develop. They last as we head into the evening hours. Everything pushes east as we head into our Saturday. Heavy rain's going to be a problem. We still have that low-level jet energy here into the southeast, but some of those stronger jet energy up at 30,000 feet, a little bit more to our north, but you still have got some of that wind energy as some of the higher levels coming in. So there's that possibility of thunderstorms continuing into our Saturday. What we do know for sure is that we are going to see heavy rain with this and the potential for flooding rain, as we could see 3 to 5+ inches as we head over the next several days. Jim's, it's a matter of training with storms going over the same areas. It's a matter of rainfall rates, and it's a matter of having this juicy of an atmosphere in January.
But if we get enough of it, it could actually suppress the severe, right? So, I mean, there's always kind of give and take in there, but we'd love to have neither, right? Just kind of give us the rain we need and
slow and steady wins the race.
Move the severe out of the picture.